it's hard to say that these are like fake humans. They are not actual human beings because they look so similar, and it looks like it was some human whose image is just taken in now. Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 19 June 2023, 7:04 p.m. and a lot of things are different. The first thing being that the computer I reset over the weekend, so I'll get to stable diffusion. That was amazing. But just before this, I was trying to figure everything out, because with the OBS edit, the way I'm doing it right now, the multicam situation, there are so many factors that are plugged in to make it work seamlessly. Like for example, the entire OBS interface, it took me like a good 10-15 minutes to set it up in order to shoot this video. But it's like a one-time thing, you do it once. I think there should be a way you can export a profile in OBS, and you can just use it later. I'll figure that out. But without further ado, this is the very first AI art that I've made, and I have no intentions of becoming an AI artist, like a prompt artist in my life. I'm always going to be a proper artist, but here goes nothing. My desktop audio is a little too loud. There's gonna be a few things messed up with this video, so please bear with me.
Baby, if you strip, you could get a tip, 'cause I like it just the way you are.
Talk to me, girl.
Even though the process of making it is like completely random, what I figured is still there is a huge amount of, why is VLC behaving like this? There is a huge amount of control that you can add even to this chaos. Like over here, the thing that I really loved is I had put prompts like mango trees in a forest and everything, and it did some really good art with this, the tree part at least. Over here I just put like studio renders and stuff, and it's very random and chaotic, and it's kind of like trendy, so people want to be doing this. But as far as art is concerned, or any signal, like any sort of satisfaction out of it, nothing. There are a bunch of problems that I came across. The biggest one being that when you are trying to use stable diffusion to do something like this, it is so GPU heavy that you cannot do anything else. So what I was doing is I put it on rendering, and I was trying to work on show one few episodes, and of course I got the error CUDA out of memory, because it's pretty obvious. I have an 8GB graphic card, RTX 3060 Ti, but it doesn't have a lot of memory. It is good for like super fast rendering, which is what I bought it for. But a lot of these renders are like super high quality and stuff, and it is mind-blowing that the technologies come to this point now that just by giving text prompts, you're able to generate such high quality stuff. And of course, in the beginning, I've done some my own bit of, this is the thing that I started with. So this is not done by stable diffusion. It starts from here. This is my own thing, trying to connect a story of sorts, to start from a point and come back to that point, because I cannot just make anything random. My storyteller mind has to have a point A in between, there's something happening, and then a point Z, which is the conclusive end of the thing. So yeah, I'm actually going to run stable diffusion now, so it gives a little more context to what I'm trying to say. A1111. Okay, how did I make it run? I had said in Saturday's episode that I'm just going to do a factory reset, and lo and behold, that solved it. Yeah, it was something to do with a lot of versions of Python installed in my system, and the environment variables not behaving the way they should and everything. So yeah, after that I followed Stephen Camp, I don't know, his video, and it's perfect. You get exactly what you want. So I'm going to click on this Windows batch file. It is going to run stable diffusion. That's what it's going to do. It's going to run stable diffusion, and it's going to open it in my browser, because I've put auto launch in the edit file. And if you come in here to deforum and I say load all settings, it is going to load the settings that I was using. Now a couple of things that I learned. First thing is inside keyframe coherence. Yeah, here your color coherence, it should be none, because what happened is, I'll show you a bunch of trials I did for this. So these deforum folders here, output, this was the first attempt ever. Okay, it started with this. I actually gave the wrong resolution, the in and out resolution for it. So what happened is it did kind of a squished thing, and one thing I noticed it was using the colors from the initial image, right? So if you see, the image is blue and a lot of blue, and so everything else is being generated with a bluish tone to it. So this was actually good. I was quite impressed. And then instead of mango, I had given apple farms as the prompt, and it was doing pretty good actually. But then I stopped because of something. I stopped, I don't know why. Yeah, one was obviously the aspect ratio was off and things were that way. Then the second one is this is the actual image that I asked someone, like my colleague from my office, to send an image of the product in her hand holding like this, and I just used this. And again, the problem was that the colors look it is actually taking colors from the image which I'm putting it in, so looking all completely desaturated and everything, and this is not something I was liking. So in order to fix this, what you want to do is come into here, coherence, for keyframes, coherence, here lab, instead of lab it should be at none. Okay, and what else? Init, use init, just use the first image that you're providing it. And I'll probably go over all these settings over here. This keyframes, right? I did not experiment with anything here, even though I kind of understand the input we're giving it is to go into Z direction and rotation and transformation. That's like good because you have that animation basics background. It helps a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just do one thing just for fun, because we have launched it. Let's give it a prompt. Indian boy recording himself in a streaming setup. Let's do oil painting. Actually, I have these styles which I got from the video only, Stephen's video. So oil painting, okay, setup, and vibrant colors. You have to give prompts like these. I really don't enjoy the process of doing it, but yeah, there we are. Here goes nothing. Attribute error, none type object has no attribute convert. Oh, not image to image, text to image, sorry. Sampling steps, Euler A. Just keep this. I think we're good. Let's see if we get an error. Oh yeah, we got something. Yeah, oil painting. Streaming set of vibrant colors. Indian 24-year-old man. Wait, is it? Okay. Man, it's hard to something you could zoom in. It's hard to say that these are like fake humans. They are not actual human beings because they look so similar. And it looks like it was some human whose image is just taken and it's reproducing it. Like I'm super close right now to the image also, which is kind of creepy. But yeah, stable diffusion is working. AI stuff is working. I was trying very hard to figure it for a while. Here we go. And what else? I'm gonna just go the other ones that I did. Again, the same problem was coming where I used this image. I was using the colors from the first image, which I did not want. And then I changed something, and what happened is that was staying like a blend mode. So quite a few. This was the one that actually worked. Okay, and when I made that color coherence none, that is when it worked. And then I had to stop in between because CUDA ran out of memory. Then I did 2 more. It actually even makes a video, which is amazing. So yeah, I did this video in like 3-4 chunks, and then the next time I was giving it for only a certain amount of frames and not for the entire thing. And yeah, I don't know what the future of this art as an art form or this technology is, but as of now I did all that effort because it is trendy, and the nature of my full-time job is to It's not like exactly following trends, but whatever is trendy, you put that in the media deck for whatever brand it is. So at least I have this under my belt, that if that's a requirement, I can, because it was a requirement once, and at that time I couldn't figure it, because obviously stable diffusion wouldn't work. But yeah, that's the only thing that I wanted to document. I am hoping that videos getting recorded properly, audio is getting recorded properly, and yeah, for whenever you're doing your Windows factory reset, what I would suggest is always keep your files. I was initially thinking of doing a remove all the files, because I want to do a complete clean start, and I'd also taken the backup for all my drives, but something or the other always gets messed up. So always keep files. And the second thing that I messed up is, because you remove your programs, all of my After Effects scripts that I have made have gone. Yeah, so my After Effects scripts are gone. The main inthekhud script I was working on, I directly saved it in C only. I don't have a backup for it, so I have to recreate that. No worries, I have inthekhud videos to revise if I get stuck, but I've only made those scripts, so I can probably figure that out. Apart from that, I did like 3-4 episodes for show 1, which I had to stop in between. So that's it for today's documentation. Thank you so much for being in the crowd. I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.